Hey everyone, it's your girl, the Melanated Minimalist. I wanted to say hello, happy 2024, and I wanted to come back on to share that I'm still here. Okay, guys, so you knew that in 2023, I was living in the SUV life. I did that for about 6 months, and it was a great experience, but as I tell people, it was not for me. I know that many people are experiencing different things in their life, or they may try the van life, SUV life. I mean, people are still doing it. People are still needing places to go, save money, all those things. I decided upon, doing shared living, which for me works better. I have 2 housemates, and we do not split the rent 3 ways. We actually have our own individual housing. And I think I shared this with you before, if I haven't already. This is considered like college housing, right across the street from a well-known college that I'm living. I won't give the information because, just got to protect your privacy. But yeah, so right across the street is an amazing college. And I knew about college housing many, many years ago. I've done it before. I have a dear friend who initiated this. And from there, I've done it every now and then. Now, for me, it is the best fit because I am looking to purchase in the tiny home community. And if that doesn't work out, like if I really cannot find the tiny home that I would love, that I want to live in, or the land, we'll look at some other alternatives because one, I have studied to become a realtor. Actually, I just finished the class. And if you didn't know, about a year and a half ago, almost 2 years, 2 years actually, I did this. So I'm in the state of Florida. But yeah, I did this back, I think was it right after COVID? Probably right after COVID. I studied for the exam and I took it, but I really wasn't focused. And of course I didn't pass the exam the first time. And that was just the inner course exam. But now I have finished the whole class and I'm going to do the inner course exam. I have not been studying this much since I'm on holiday right now. And I'm staying here in my hometown, my home state, with my family. So the studying has been minimal, but I'll get it back together. I have plenty of time. I'll go ahead and take the exam. And if I don't pass it, you get 30 days, you take it again. So I got plenty of time. But I just wanted to share my, just thoughts on what I'm doing in the housing and everything. So hopefully this will help someone else. So with me being in housing, shared housing, it has been able to be a blessing because one, I pay one set amount of money. I don't pay electricity, water, cable, whatever, Wi-Fi, all those things, right? You don't do that separately. I do it all at once. I have valet trash. We have to have that. I love it because all you do is step outside your door, put your trash in. We have lockers for our shipping when we're, ordering things, whether it be anywhere in the world. It comes right to our locker. Unless it's just super huge, and our apartment admin team would take over that. But normally it fits in our boxes. I have a liability insurance. I have 2 actually, one for the apartment and one for my own personal, just in case something happened. Want that, So basically I pay one set amount, right? One set amount, and then I re-sign a lease for another year. So it'll be 2024, 2025. And they actually lowered the base of my rent, which is a blessing too, because what they call, I forgot what they call it. It's the name for it. But, just basically, kind of chilling where I'm at. Basically, it's an opportunity to renew your lease and renew a lease, right? And you get a bonus for doing it. So I did that, which I think that gives me time to make sure everything's paid off. My goal is to pay off all my, I consider liabilities, because my car needs to be paid off. And I have some credit cards. Basically, guys, I just need to pay off everything I could pay off. At one point, I was considered totally debt-free. And this amount that I have right now, to me, can be debt-free because I can actually pay it off within 6 to 10 months. If I stay focused. Guys, y'all know I love thrift store shopping, all that good stuff. But I got to stay focused to pay off these bills. I do want to travel. I do not want to give up my opportunity to travel. I do want to go to a foreign land in this year. and I bought like a suitcase. And I'm gonna do a whole demo on the suitcase, guys. But yeah, shared living has helped me to be able to paying off debt. And it's also just a good way of always having, to me, I love family. I love my alone time, but I love having the opportunity if someone's in the home and I'm not there totally by myself, guys. If you know me, then you know. And I think I've already shared this. I was married for like 16 plus years, and with my my husband then. So like for 20 plus years of my life, I've always had someone around. And even then, here I am over 50. And yes, some may say, well, you should have a house, you should have these things. Guys, please don't ever put people in boxes, because you don't know what situation they've been in. I know there was a situation my sister was sharing about a dear gentleman friend of hers, and she said he should be in a better position by now. Not necessarily. Now, I tell people this all the time. Don't judge it because you don't know where their story. Now, if they're just totally not reliable people, they're totally not working, they're not paying bills, they don't care about their credit, they don't care about any of those things, then yes, that should be like alert. But if it's someone who may have had a hard time, like being in a relationship with you, guys can go back to my videos and see what I went through and where I am now and where I could have been had I not stayed focused. But at the end of the day, we do not want to put people in a box because we do not know what they have been through. And if they do share what they've been through, then you should listen and say, you know what? They've been through a heck of a lot. Okay? So with that said, not everybody's going to have a house by this age. Not everybody's going to have a car by this age. Not everyone's going to have their bills paid in full by this age. Not everybody's going to have this much money in their savings account, this much money in the retirement plan. It's not. But I will say you should be striving to become debt free. And yes, I do rep Dave Ramsey's, his baby steps. I love it. I was skeptical at one point when I used to listen to another person talk about the Dave Ramsey deal. And they had shared, Dave Ramsey, he doesn't give a good presentation about money, but that's not true. He definitely does. And it's too many people getting out of debt because of him. And there's some stuff going on through the internet, as always, about debt. Dave Ramsey's not for black people, but that I'm going to make another video about that later. But this one is just to introduce you to shared living, to talk about, your journey, and to know that there's an opportunity. If you have a city and you're in a city and you say, oh my God, where am I going to live? I'm not sure. Check and see if they have any form of shared living or college living in your city. Most cities with universities, I would say more metropolitan. Yeah, I would say you got to have a pretty big city. They would have this. And they cannot do this thing where, unless it's just for that college, like literally that college owns that building and they only rent to people who are college students, graduate students, whatever, then they have to allow you to stay. Now, what I share with people, this is not for someone who has 2 and 3 children. This is for a single person who may need just additional support to build themselves up, or a person just moving to a new city by themselves and they don't want to be out there. The qualifications a little different. You can get a co-signer, which most people will do. You can just have your down payment, whatever. The point I'm trying to make is, guys, this is for someone who doesn't mind living with other people either. This is for someone who has a plan. You might want to live here for years. I don't know. I don't want to live here for years because I want to own property because I know real estate is where it's at. But I will say you can find ways to save much more money if you try these different strategies that I'm going to give you over the next course of this whole 2024. If you look back at my old videos, you'll see different things I've shared. But this one should help you. If you're definitely by yourself and you definitely know that you want to pay off debt and you know that one bill every month, boom, paid, helps you, and you know exactly what it's going to be, then I say go for it. If you know that, again, you don't mind living with other people, and the first thing you can do on your questionnaire or a statement is say, hey, I don't like people who are messy. I like people who go to sleep by 10. I want people, my housemates, they're young. Sometimes they have people over, and they may be rowdy or loud and laughing, whatever. Guys, there are times that it doesn't bother me. And sometimes I have to put my Apple AirPods in my ear on the noise cancellation and go to sleep and be just fine. Okay. So it's ways of doing that, guys. So I just want you to know that don't shoot the messenger, because I'm here to share with you. This is another way of you being able to live a good life. You can travel, and I'm going to show you about traveling on this Melanated Minimalist, because I'm going to show you how you can pack minimally. The luggage I'll be using is Takeoff, which we'll talk about that. From the backpack to the suitcase to having a fanny pack or whatever you want to call it. How you get away with just being able to fly without paying baggage fees on these what we call no frills flights, okay, or economy or whatever you want to call it. Like your Spirits, like your Frontiers, like your there's one in Florida called Breeze. It's so many different airlines, Avelo, I think, too. But these are some of the ones right? Everybody knows. And so some people say, oh, I wouldn't fly them, but that's on you. When I'm going, less than 2 or 3 hours, or if I'm going to Vegas and it's less than like a 5-hour trip, I'll get the bigger seat, but I'm not going to pay for my luggage. But I'll go, like, say I'll book the flight, then I'll come back there and I say, hey, do you want the bigger seat? And if you have the money right then and there, go ahead and get it. But if you don't, and this flight is super duper inexpensive, guys, go ahead and get the bigger seat. And that way you have your bigger seat and you're able to fly. But for me, I do pretty well, even if I don't have the big seat, because I'm not a very big woman. So, and I don't need all that space. But if you did, you go. But yeah, go look for inexpensive flights. We'll talk about that. That's another. I have so many videos I could share with you guys on different things, but it's going to happen. 2024 is here. All right. So I want to just let you know I'm in shared housing. We're going to talk more about it. Just had to let you know. Peace and love, y'all. Stay tuned for more money saving ways and how to live minimally and look amazing and have an amazing time. Bye.